Labyrinth, welcome to 69 Face of Rock. How are you guys doing today?
Very good, very good.
Very good. We just played Blades of Steel Metal Fest here in Madison, Wisconsin. It was a great show, man. It was really fun. The people enjoy it. We enjoyed it. So
excellent. Introduce yourself and tell me what you do in the band.
I'm Jorge Montano. I'm the lead singer and lead guitarist.
I'm CJ Ackerman, the other lead guitarist.
Excellent. How did you guys become a band?
Well, everything started back in 2021. I moved to the US from South America, from Bolivia, and I used to play thrash metal over there, and I was like, I need to do it here. Thrash metal is my life, you know. I cannot stop doing it. So at some point I started with a band here called Excidium that they're our friends in Houston, Texas. Big hug for them. And after that, Labyrinth started building up. It was an idea at first in 2021. It was building up for like a year and a half until we made our first show in 2022. With our first lineup, we released this first demo.
Before you even get to it, how did you find these guys?
So I found these guys, well, the only original member from the first lineup is Tommy Crawford, the bass player. He stayed in the band from beginning until now. I found him, funny enough, at a Guitar Center. Yeah, we walked in to buy some pedal stuff. The other band I was playing it, they broke his pedals. We went to Guitar Center, and then we see this curly haired dude that looked like Cliff Burton, and we didn't know how to talk to them. It was COVID era, everybody was with masks and all that stuff. So afterwards, this guy goes and plays Anesthesia Pulling Teeth on the bass loud as hell on the Guitar Center. And we pointed at him, we're like, oh shit, that's awesome, you know?
That's our guy.
At the moment I was like, this guy's gonna be my bass player. I knew it. We just shared information after like 3 months. I told him the idea, hey, I'm trying to create this band. He has been so loyal on the whole process. Around 12 months, he has not joined any band. And then we dropped Labyrinth. Hayden Masters, the first drummer, I met him through Craigslist and Facebook, like literally through Facebook groups of metal. He was trying to find a band, and we found him. And Angel Young, who was our former lead guitar player, that sadly he passed away in 2021. But we met him actually just going to concerts. I think I met him in 2020, if I'm not wrong. But that was the first lineup. That's how we started at first, and that's where this first demo comes from. This is the first lineup of the band. If you can see it, this has it's a 3-track demo full of really old school thrash metal. That's what we wanted to do at first. And
how did that demo do for you?
That demo actually put us on the map. We just did it because we wanted to put something out, you know. But at some point, it was so great that we ended up selling like around 500 physical copies of the CD. To me, that's very insane when you're underground new band coming, you know, like that pretty much nobody knows you. But we managed to sell like around 500 copies, a lot of streams, a lot of support from the Houston, Texas scene and Texas in general, you know. And then a lot of other places started talking to us. They were like, oh, we want your band to play here or there. But after this demo, the tragedy happened, right? And our former guitarist, Angel Young, passed away in 2021. And at that point, I was like, fuck, like, I don't know what to do. I was so down, I didn't want to, like, keep playing music. But between that, I already contacted CJ, and that's where he joined the band.
CJ, what attracted you to these guys?
Well, I was originally playing in a black metal band called Peccatorum. And as much as I love black metal, I always wanted to just branch out and do more things, more technical side of things that could give me the opportunity to express myself creatively the way that I really wanted to. And when he first showed me all of these songs, I really couldn't believe that somebody was playing this kind of stuff. It was kind of a shock to me, especially from touring with a bunch of black metal bands all the time. It was very rare to hear people with these kind of chops, you know, and that's not a slight on any other band that I play with. It was just it just drew me in because it was something that I'd never heard before. Like, yes, it's based in something that was already existing, but it was more, I don't know, it just grabbed me, and me and him have been best buddies, and, you know, our chemistry is fucking great, and yeah.
So once you got together, where did it go musically? What was the next release?
So after that, so we met. I remember the first time we jammed. I was super broke. I had like a small amp. I had like literally a Black Star amp with batteries.
And he had to roll the batteries in the back to get it to work.
Yeah. And then he brings his Mesa Boogie with his Marshall half stack, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy is gonna fucking rip, right? We jammed. We were just like improvising. Some ideas came out. We're like, okay, you're in the band, you know. Then I think what really happened there, it was the huge step between kind of playing the underground venues, you know, the dive bars and the small venues, to a bigger step. It was when we played at Hell's Heroes 5. They invited us to play the pre-party, and that was CJ's first show.
That's an impressive show.
A crazy first show.
Yeah.
And of course, like, I mean, that was the reason for me to continue the band, because at that point I was in grief for the passing of my friend. I was in denial of keep doing music, but then that opportunity came up, and it was a sign for me to keep going, you know. So like, everybody who's watching there, just know that there's always something that is gonna grab you in the worst moment that you're going through, and you're gonna make it through, you know.
Always.
Yeah.
So after I think after a year he joined. In 2024, we went to the studio, we were in the writing process, we released our first EP. It's entitled Unforeseen Consequences. You want to grab a CD on Bandcamp or whatever, it comes with the inner sleeve with all the lyrics, pictures of the bands, and all the information. This EP has 4 songs that I think is actually some of our best material, and that's when Matthew Fernandez, our actual drummer, joined the band. That way we had a 4-piece band after the old drummer Hayden Masters left. So this EP really reflects not us trying to be old school thrash metal, you know, like that was the beginning. You know, I see a lot of bands doing bringing back the old school. We love that shit. He knows, like, I fucking love old school thrash metal, but to me, I want to bring something new to the table, you know. I think this EP sounds something like if it would have came out exactly when thrash metal died, that it was in like 94, in the 90s, you know, when all the grunge movement happened. I think this is like that gap that it was left in on the old school, but I don't want to say, oh, we're bringing back the old school. I think we're influenced by the old school, bringing the 2020s thrash metal.
Yeah, we're trying to do something new, but, you know, we just want to separate ourselves from all the other bands that would consider themselves thrash. And sorry, I had friends in the back making funny faces. But yeah, we're trying to separate ourselves and do something new and have all these elements of all these things: contemporary guitar, thrash, doom, death, whatever. We just want to take all of the influences and put it into one pile and just create whatever we feel like creating.
There's no limits.
No? I think you have one more release to talk about, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
the newest one.
How did we get to that point?
So after that, we actually did a tour last year of Unforeseen Consequences, the first EP. It was around summer. We did like, it was like 24 shows?
Something like that, yeah.
It was like 24 shows around the west coast of the US. It was a pretty fun time. As soon as we came back, we actually had a lot of shows going on in the local gigs in Houston. A lot of international bands came through. Like, we opened for bands like Cavalier Conspiracy. We played with bands like Midnight, DRI, Armored Saint. Which other bands we played with? Violence.
God, dude.
Oh, that Violence gig was so sick. We played in Los Angeles with Violence. That was, I think, the best gig of my entire life. It was.
He's a big Violence guy.
Violence is like top tier thrash metal, and just to to me, like seeing them face to face, but then thinking, damn, I'm in the backstage with them, like I'm part of this show. It was so crazy. As soon as we landed back from Los Angeles, we're like, we need to record this new stuff.
They played here 2 years ago, this very stage.
Oh, yeah, this festival.
Yep.
It was, I think it was with Defiance, right? And DRI also was in that.
Oh, Defiance.
No, that's a little bit earlier. That was separate.
That was separate.
But that must have been one of the last shows with Phil in the US.
To be honest, Phil is a legend to me.
Yeah.
I met him a few times. He was so nice to me too.
He
And
rocks.
yeah, to me, just like all those little things of like kind of like meeting your influences came to reality, you know. It was like dreams to me, especially if you think about it. I come from a third world country, so it's like I never expected seeing these people, you know. I saw these people on TV or on VHS on YouTube, so it's like it's just crazy to me. But after we played that Violence show, we landed in Houston, and I told the guys, you know, we need to start working on the album. Our first album is gonna come out most likely in March of 2026. We're planning 8 to 9 songs for that first record. We're working very hard on it, and we did some demos just to hear how it sounds so far. And from those demos from the album, we bring, actually today is the official release, we're bringing Monolith. This demo, it actually represents what Labyrinth is gonna sound like
On the album.
on the album. It's more of a raw production. We actually recorded it at my house. A friend of mine, Kyle Jackson, produced it. Kyle, we love you, Kyle. And I think like this really represents not just the technical side of the band, because you can hear like in our music we're very technical, not to the point of like being like super techy, you know, but we're like progressive technical. But at some point in this demo, we have a pretty good balance of like technicality and like a straight to your face thrash, as long as melodic thrash. So I think like this demo really shows you like
The range.
yeah, the range of the band. And we actually decided to put a theme on this demo. We call it Monolith because I mean in Inca or Aztecan culture, you know, there's the big stones called monoliths. Our mascot is the Minotaur, so we were thinking, you know, like what can refer that to life? And CJ came up with the idea, what if we do like you're trapped inside the monolith, you know? Like a person is trapped inside a stone, that stone is all your problems. Everything you have done wrong in your life, but then you want to break that stone so you can see what kind of beast you have become, in other words. This demo really talks a lot about mental health, finding the light, trying to save people's lives with these songs, to be honest, especially lyric-wise. And I'm sure any thrash metal enjoyer will be excited about this release.
So this new album will be something to look forward to. Besides that, what else you have guys going on?
So right now we have our tour that is happening at the moment. This is like the midpoint of our tour is called Into the Gates of Hate. We're presenting this demo on that tour. On this tour, actually, 16 dates around the Midwest of the U.S. And after that, we actually come back home to keep working on the album. But we have one show at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Los Angeles. We're gonna be playing on November 6th with the band Regiment from Los Angeles. It's a new speed metal band, really fucking sick. And after that, we have a run in December that we're gonna go all the way to Florida, right before we release our album. And I'm sure this interview will come out maybe after September. If not, here's a spoiler for everybody who's watching this video. We will be playing the festival Hell's Heroes on the main lineup next year on 2026 on March, and that is going to be our release album show. So we'd love to see a lot of you guys there at that festival. That for us in Texas, that's our holiday, you know.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, my friend. See you guys. Keep thrashing.